I just want to say thank you to everyone for coming out. I know a lot of people put in a lot of time and money to make this happen, so I just want to say thank you to everyone. I want to say a special thanks to my good friends Brian Lestracco, Brent Brothers and his cooking team, Amanda Tomlinson and my sister Casey Bent. Without them, this wouldn't have happened, so thank you guys.
Y'all need a paddle for the live auction?
The live auction?
Yeah.
And Lindsay wants to say a few words.
Hi everybody. My name is Lindsay, and on behalf of my family, I really want to welcome everybody to the first Annual FLH Festival. Our goal here is really twofold. Number one, we'd like to, ask for any help that you could give to offset the astronomical costs of cancer treatment. But also, number two, and most importantly, I wanted to raise awareness for this disease. Melanoma only constitutes about 3% of skin cancer occurrences, but it is one of the most deadly. And it's a young person's disease. The cases of 15 to 30-year-olds are rising. So I used to think of cancer as an old person's disease. No offense to old people. But I'm only 29 and I have cancer, so it's not just for old people. So we want to raise awareness about that. My cancer journey started about 9 months ago, officially on September 13th, 2010. I was pregnant with my first child, and I found a lump in my left axillary. I found a lump in my left axillary, which is a fancy way to say my armpit. I was, they tell you to lay on your left side when you're pregnant. That's what all the books say, and I read all the books because I am a librarian. And so I was laying on my left side, it hurt, and so I told my obstetrician, and I said, I've got this lump right here, and she said, oh, don't worry about it. It's probably just breast tissue, and part of me was like, yeah, bigger breasts. And the other part of me was like, no, seriously though, it really hurts, like, it's something. And she kept saying, no, don't worry about it, no, don't worry about it. Well, in fact, she kind of made fun of me for continuing to bring it up. So this is my public service announcement to you. Yes, the doctors are professionals. They know medicine. They know anatomy. But you are the expert in you. You live in your skin. You live in your body. So don't let someone tell you that nothing is wrong. If you really think it is, go find someone else. Talk to another doctor until you get somebody to listen to you. That's my public service announcement about being an advocate for yourself. Melanoma usually starts out on the skin as a mole, and it can look irregular, like it can have a weird shape or a weird color. It may grow, it may turn dark. So if you have something like that, please go get it checked out. Better safe than sorry. And then even if you don't have something, why don't you go ahead and make it a springtime thing? So when springtime comes around, you're going to do your spring cleaning. You're going to pack away your sweaters, get out your tank tops, and then go get your skin checked by your dermatologist. Knock it out. That way you don't have to worry about it. Because if you do find it on your skin, what they do is they'll just cut it off. And that sounds scary, but then that's it. And that's all the treatment you have to have. If you wait, then it might get inside, which is what happened to me. And then the treatment is a lot more extensive. So, September 13th, 2010, the doctor said, when I finally got her to listen to me, she sent me to get a biopsy, and it turned out that it was a cancerous lymph node about the size of a lemon in my armpit. And so I had to have surgery to go ahead and remove all the rest of the lymph nodes in that area. And thankfully, through further testing, we figured out that it wasn't anywhere else. So that's good. It was confined to the lymph node area. They cut it all out, so I should be fine. So my doctor says, here are your two options for treatment. She says, number one, you're pregnant. So some of the treatments we can't do. So you can either terminate your pregnancy and get your treatment now, so that way it won't spread. Or number two, you can wait until your baby is born and then get your treatment, but then you run the risk of having it spread to the rest of your body. Well, clearly, that wasn't an option for Justin and me, and if you haven't seen my daughter, where is she? The cutest kid ever, that's my daughter right there. So clearly that wasn't an option, and so we decided to wait, of course. And so, yeah, there's my little angel. So we waited, and every 2 weeks I went to a high-risk baby doctor, and they did a ultrasound to check the placenta, because if you didn't know, melanoma is one of the cancers that can spread from mother to fetus through the placenta. So, yay statistics for me. So we checked, and every 2 weeks she looked fine, and so we were like, great. So if she's fine, then I must be fine. Well, several months went by. Her due date was January 30th, 2011. I got all the way to Christmas, and then I couldn't stand it anymore. I was excruciating pain in my back and in my abdomen, so Justin rushed me to the hospital, and they ended up doing an emergency C-section on Christmas Day. She was born at 4:57 p.m. And when one of my students heard that she was born on Christmas Day, she said, "Oh, Mommy, Jesus has a baby sister." Now, I know she's not Jesus' baby sister, but there was definitely some divine intervention going on, or at least some Jedi mind trick, telekinesis stuff. Because if you would have seen the CT scans of what was happening with my insides, with her in there, you would be amazed that she made it through and she's fine. Because in those 4 months that I was diagnosed up until Christmas, the cancer spread to my ovary. I had lesions in my right eighth rib that made it look like Swiss cheese. In my adrenal gland, I had one in the top of my abdomen, one in my chest, and then 2 brain lesions. It pretty much went everywhere. I was one sick kid. So I went to the hospital for cancer. Reese went into the hospital for being a preemie. And my husband had to switch to Superman mode to keep us all together in the meantime. And he did a really good job. So let's just say that since then, so from Christmas until now, a lot's been going on. I've been in the emergency room many times for uncontrollable pain. Let's see, I've had chemo, I've had radiation on my brain, and my hair fell out, and I'm very vain, so I had to get like a wig and a little clip on, wear lots of hats. I've had radiation on my rib, let's see, 5 blood transfusions, plasma, periocentesis, on and on. I've been denied for a drug trial at MD Anderson, but then accepted for a drug trial in LA. And I'm on a miracle drug right now that is shrinking most of my tumors, but unfortunately, recently, it has moved to my liver and to my pancreas. So physically, I'm not doing as well as I had hoped. So you might be thinking, why am I up here smiling?